Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to another The Guild 3 playthrough. Today we're starting once more as a poor salt in a medieval city, and if you are new to The Guild 3, I urge you to watch one of my other Let's Plays. This game is really good, despite its rather mixed reviews. In that case, you're starting in a medieval town. You can choose any European city really that is on this list. And well, you start very small with a few groschen or a few cents that you have in your pockets. You need to start up a dynasty and a business. So you are having a profession, you need to expand in a medieval town, and all of that in a rather, well, funny way, I should say. For starters, we need to choose a city, of course. In my last playthrough, we played in Paris and in London. This time, let's get to the French countryside here, Dijon. We have another very romantic looking city that we have. The powerful Duchy of Burgundy belongs to the Kingdom of France, although the dukes have long wished to regain their former independences. We're going to play with a max of 14 dynasties. That means we have 14 competitors that are playing against us. We are going to play, of course, on impossible difficulty once again, so we're going to get attacked from time to time from the other dynasties. So these are competitors, right? They have their own businesses, they're having their own simulated lives, and they compete with us for, well, power, glory, and money, that is. We are going to play with 1 year per round. That means every day that passes by, lets the game pass by 1 year. This is the slowest speed. With 4 years, your character just ages way too quickly. And dies rather too quickly, so we need to we take it slowly, right? A character is very important to us, and we want to hone the skills. We're going with a poor fellow, so we're really just going to start with nothing, not even a business, right? So we need to build the first business that we have with a few coin. And the family campaign is a free game. We could also say we're going with a sovereign, but I like the free game a bit more. Now, there we are with this character here. It's still the same name that we had in the last playthrough. And I'm going to choose the two of my Patreon supporters, actually, that, yeah, well, could actually be French names. We got the Billard, or Billard, of course, as a family name. And we got Tino, and that is the surname that we have. So Tino Billard, we have of the Dynasty Billard, that is. I actually like our ornaments that we have, so I'm going to keep it. We can also choose a religion, Catholic, we could be Protestant, or we could be something in the middle, secular Christians. Let's go ahead with this one, right? We believe in the power of money, most and all. Now, for professions, eventually we can learn most of them if we want to start businesses in them, right? We got lots of stuff here. We got the farmer professions, that's the farmer, the fisherman, and the orchardist. So they're going to groom, they're going to make some food and stuff like that. We can have an inn with them, which is really cool, and a hotel. We can go ahead with the craftsmanships. So we do have the potter, the crude craftsman, and the tinkerer. They're really just about, yeah, crafting things and selling them on the market. We have the three, well, I should say, what are they really? They are the healthcare or the religious craftsmen that we have here. So the herbalist, that is the apothecary. We have the preacher with the churches, and we have the barber. And then we have the, yeah, shady businesses that we had last time, actually. The grave digger, I loved it, starting on a graveyard. We can also be a robber and a minstrel. For this one, I would like to go ahead with the barber. I haven't started with one of these yet, so that means we have a barber shop. We're going to clean the dirty fluids that people leave behind in a huge basket with boiling hot water, and we're going to collect some herbs in the meantime and produce soap with that. For our appearance, we're going to choose another clothing. This is really ridiculous looking, and I think I like this one, especially because I like the hat. Let's go ahead with it. And face-wise, he looks friendly enough to me. Hair color, not important because we'll never see it. I mean, yeah, of course we will see it at some point. Just realize it's brown looking. That would be fine. And for my stat abilities, we're going with a very mixed one, right? So very balanced approach here, because we do need some strength and dexterity for protection, because we're getting attacked eventually, I think. Also, we do need charisma if I want to go into politics. And with that, we are getting, well, rather happy with most people. Also, it's easier to find a spouse, because that's right, we need to marry and produce children, because eventually my character will die and we need to have an heir, otherwise the game ends. Well, having a rather strange posture there. Other than that, I think that's it. I hope you're going to enjoy this one. The Guild 3 on impossible difficulty once again, starting in Dijon as a barber. It's going to be fun, I'm sure of it. I hope you're going to enjoy this one. I also want to thank all my Patreon supporters who directly support my channel. You guys are amazing. You make it possible, all of this. And of course, also all my viewers that like and subscribe and comment and stuff like that. Oh, enough with the babbling and bobbling. Let's get into it, shall we? Go, 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 go.
An economic simulation and RPG set in the late Middle Ages. You assume the role of a person in this historical scenario, but you are not just part of it. You can write your own success story. Your starting character, your avatar, will age during the game. So you should get married and have children, so your heirs can continue the game. You have chosen to play an impossible game. Good luck. You'll need it. You decided to take over the role of a fairly poor and inexperienced character who has arrived at the city gates just a few days ago. You will have to work hard to achieve the rights of a citizen, which will allow you to live and work in the city. You've come to the city with no set objective. You can therefore concentrate fully on yourself and the fate of your dynasty.
Alright, after this very short and, well, to the point intro, there we are now as Tino Belair, right here in the game, really. I cannot pause, right, without doing anything else, so I cannot pause and just continue now. So we have to play in real time all the time. So for starters, we need to hurry up a bit because, as you can see, my competitors are already starting their businesses, right, and they're securing some locations. So let's go ahead. We are a barber, so that means I do have one business unlocked for starters. We can upgrade most of the businesses over time. The Rotten Tooth, I like that name a lot, and we're going to choose a name. And what I can see is there's still a perfect spot here available in the main road right in front of the markets, so I'm going to choose that. There you go. 1,250 coin we have now invested. We have a construction up and running like most of my competitors now. And also we can see we have 850 coin left after this investment, so really not that much. We're starting in the town of Dole, or Dole, that we have here. This is a smaller village, right? So we are here, I think, with 3 competitors, what I can see. Remember, we have 14. That's because the map is actually pretty huge, and we do have a lot of other villages around us, right? We got lots of forests, as we can see. We got the major city of Dijon that we cannot enter at this point. We do need to have a title for that. No competitor can do this at the moment. So there's lots of space available for future businesses. We are also having spring, so it's rather warm, cozy, no snowstorms, no strong rains or something like that. Over here is another village of Chalot. And there's also a few more businesses popping up now. Alright, and with that very dramatic, beautiful music, we have Tino here. And he's really a poor sod. He's 18 years old right now. He's the head of the family, Belair. And he does have some materials here. We do have 850 coin, 26 influence points. No items equipped other than a robust clothing that doesn't even give me any bonuses or something like this. It'll do for the beginning. And we're single, right? So all of that is the starting condition. Oh, we are actually 4 competitors. There's a croft coming up from someone else here. My barber hut, the Rotten Tooth, is finished, has been completed. It's a beautiful tiny hut that we have there with the boiling bath, so everyone that takes a bath here is totally visible. This is not going to be comfortable for them, but it should be fine. Oh no, what I can see is another competitor has also a barber hut. This is unlucky. This actually is not great, and they're already producing, so we should get started with that, right? Yeah, we have 840 coin. The first thing I would like to do is we are going to need to, in the business overview, we're going to hire a worker. This will cost me 400, right? Let's do this. There we have it. And this guy here is now being spawned, Andre. He's called, 15 years old. Also nobody, already short on hair, poor sod. And he's going to help us out here. Also, I could still have another upgrade to my business for 600, but we cannot afford this right now. Another one, we have 2 business workers available, right? So I do have one more. And the cool thing is I can assign my family member as a worker. And Tino, of course, is going to work here. And he's going to help out in the business, of course. He needs to get cracking there. Alright, we're going to attend customers. That is a service that we can do with the building. That means every time there's a visitor who likes to take a bath, one of my workers will stop producing anything and attend the customers. They will then also use stuff that we have in the storage. Right now we got some jasmine and we got some wild rose. Alright, that's not really helpful. We could throw this into the water and perhaps it smells good. I don't know, or perhaps it's poisonous. Could be the case here. We can, however, produce advanced stuff. The Barbar's soap that we have here. This is legal right now in Dijon. Thank the gods, because that is our foundation. And we also have the rose water. That's also legal. Now, what does this mean? This is law, right? So if we go into the politics, we could, for example, then make laws. We could say something is legal and something is illegal, right? So that we get the politics. But that's for later. Right now we need to get prosperous here. It's already 12 o'clock, so we need to hurry up there. Next up on my list is, we need to get started with production. And I'm going to make a looped production here right away. And we're going to say, please, my workers, produce or gather 20 jasmine. So they're going to do this now, as we can see. And also then after this, collect 20 wild rose. Right? And then we can see that the rose water here, for example, requires 2 wild rose and 1 honey. And the soap requires 1 wild rose and 1 jasmine. The soap is for washing and preparing your hair for cutting or shaving. We can also use this for my visitors, for my customers. So I would like to produce that. And we're going to head and also say 20, because the ratio here is 1 and 1. Right, so one of this produces one of this, and the loop is intact now. So my workers will now gather these. So he started with the jasmine, I think here too, yep. Right, there they are. In a very beautiful location over there with my competitors. Hopefully there's no slaughtering. I mean, if there's an accident happening, no one can complain, right? In the Garden of Mandrake. So this is one of these guards where you can collect things. Also hunters would be available here with the deer, and they could hunt deer, for example, but we are no hunter. A beautiful spring, all very cozy. It's a bit outside of the village here, right? Of Dole, so we have to travel then a bit. So this is going to take a while now. They're just going to enjoy the beautiful spring weather. I mean, this is really idyllic, right? And this is how every big business starts. By digging in the ground, cutting flowers, picking flowers, making something of himself, of Tino. Hopefully we can do this. Now back in my Barbar's hut though, because I would still like to do something else here. We have this now, right? Let's go to the storage, because we also need to set some storage rules. For that, I'm going to say, let's have a minimum stock of 0. I mean, 0 is probably fine. The same goes with the rolled wood, because we are doing this anyway with the collection, right? And a maximum of 20. So they never really collect more than that. If we have 20, they will just stop with what they're doing and move on to the next task. That is very important here. And with the Barbar soap, we can also say have a minimum of, 2. Right, of 2 in my shop. And then we also need to set rules for the front store. And I want to say here, Barbar soap always have at least 3 in the front store. And we can also say the price. We can also set the price. So right now, a Barbar soap costs 26 on the market. We can sell it, or well, the market is selling it. We can sell it for 18. That means that we can set the price up a bit higher. Usually, customers pay more when they're in your store right away, and we can make a bit of more profit, because it's really not that worth at the market. And the price is decided, well, by how much is being sold and purchased on these markets. And we have different markets, right? So right now we're on the market of Dole, right? There's also the market of Dijon that is probably looking a bit more sophisticated. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that a beautiful view? Amazing. The great city of Dijon over here. And there's also a market here, right, that has way more stuff, also advanced stuff like plate mail, crossbows that we're going to need eventually. But right now, of course, in my tiny village there of Dole, we do have, what do we have actually here? We have also crossbows. I would probably look at more basic stuff here. We need honey, for example. There it is. We get 260 honey in there right now. As you can see, there's also lots of people already coming to the market trading. Also my competitors. We can see this on the armament here that they have. Getting to the market. Yeah. The village is coming to life. Lots of busy things. There's the smith or the potter. Busy people. Everybody's looking very busy and running around. There's the croft. Starting up. He's probably the boss. I just love this game, especially also in the beginning. We have customers. Look at that. They're waiting now, right? And the cool thing is also they're all simulated. So Denise Hollard is waiting right now. Or Denise Hollard. She's waiting right now. She's looking very sturdy. Has a plate mail on it. She's level 8. Very good to know. She probably has some coin here. Right? What is my people doing? They're coming back right now. Because they're full with the harvest. So Tino is now running back home. To the Barbar hut. Where is it? There it is. Right? We're a bit further away there. As soon as he's here, he's going to attend the customers. We can also say the max number of service workers is going to be 1. So if there's customers, one of my workers is going to attend to, while the other one continues with the business production. That is also something that I think is important. And as we can see, André was faster, and he's now tending to the customers. So she's going in. She's a bit ashamed, probably, or shy, because we're on the main street here. But she's still having some fun in the boiling water. We're putting in our special soap that we are starting hopefully to produce soon. And Andre is doing a very good job at boiling her and cleaning her bodily fluids. That is the important thing. Now, yep, Tino continues collecting ingredients again. He's probably going for the wild rose now, that we are also going to need for the soap production. What we can also see, the dynasties, my competitors have acquired new titles already, so they're way faster than we are. And they're now allowed to build in the city, it seems. There are construction sites, but I don't think that these are construction sites. It looks like ornaments, so we can build something on top of them, right? But right now, they certainly cannot do this. So there we have the titles. The first one of the commoner would cost me 1,000. So we are serf right now. We are allowed to have a cottage and 1 business. Right, and as a commoner we could have 2 businesses, so we could expand a bit. We can also motivate the workers and have church donations that give me influence. But that is for later. Right now I cannot afford this, I can't even think about that. Alright, we continue onwards. Oh, where we are now. Brushwood Nightshade plant. Here there is the wild rose, okay. It's a different location. And there is our friend, Barbar Lucas, hopefully. He's Catholic, and we are, of course, rather in the middle. I mean, does anyone notice if it falls into the water? We could attack him, by the way, right? We could already do this. Attack someone. It's illegal, of course. But we don't have any weapons. So we're empty right now. If I had a weapon. With fists, it's going to be difficult. So that's the life of Tino right now, of a barber. Yeah, Andre is still very busy with attending customers. We have 2 waiting right now. That's unfortunate, we don't have any soap yet, so they're just going to wash with water. Not my speciality soap that I would really like to produce. And yeah, all the spots have been taken, right? There's a bit of a tiny spot here, I think, available for something. But that's it. There's a bit more spot, but the village center kind of like is built. And of course, our goal is to eventually be able to move into the big city, but that's still a long way off. Alright, what I can see is now all customers have been cared for and treated, and now Andre starts producing soap. Perfect. Tino is also on his way back home now. he will also then probably start with the soap production. As it's getting night on our first day in medieval Dijon, spring 1400. I'm respected? What? Oh, we are respected. You cheerfully stroll through the great district of Dijon and approach everyone you meet with a friendly greeting. While the people are indeed surprised, they smile back at you. A bit of charisma can never hurt. Now we are back and we are also starting to produce soap. Oh, and Andre has to tend to someone again. Thibaut is visiting us right now. He does not want to be recognized. And yeah, he's also taking a nice juicy bath. And I think, yeah, we have soap, right? So we have produced now a total of 10 soap already. 7 are in my storage and 3 are in the front storage being used. So whenever someone is being treated now, they should hopefully then, yep, there it is. As we can see, 25 we get for the treatment and 90 for the soap. So we have sold our first soap with that, our specialty product. Making some coin. Now Andre goes to bed as his right is, right? So he's my employee. We, however, we are the owner. So of course, as every owner of a business, we work day and night. And we're continuing to do this. Producing soap. Up to 20, I think. Cleaning a bit the shop. Make it presentable, of course, and gaining experience points with that. To hopefully level up soon, so that we can invest some points. He's eyeing us here. Is she single? I think she just belongs to the market there, unfortunately. And is not really a person. We got customers. The city legate is visiting us, Bertrand Chapuis. Of course, if we have a good service, they actually increase the standing with us, right? So they actually like us a bit more, which can always help later on. And we are looking a bit more presentable. We're not chopping down the wood. And as you can see, there's the soap blubbering out. And with that, it's summer 1401. So we're passing a year and also the next season. What I can also see is the price for soap actually went up to 20 coin right now in the lower city, right? So in the market of where we are right now in Dole, how much is a soap worth at the moment? 19. So if we sell it right now, it's 19. We could also think about getting it to the lower city of Dijon market and get 20 out of it, right? So that's a bit more coin then, of course. If the discrepancy is rather big between the goods, we could also just trade them, right? We could purchase them in one market and sell it on another to make coin out of that. That is a total valid business opportunity. Right. Seems like we can't really produce that many soaps because there's always someone, which of course is great. Even that late at night, people are still coming to us. Yeah. What is this? Are they all waiting for treatment? Yes. Oh no, these are just visitors. They probably want to have a look at the front storage, right? So we have two types of visitors. Those that just want to purchase goods and those that are actually waiting for treatment or services. Right? So there's a difference here. And oh yeah, we're selling quite a lot of stuff here. Also get some customer satisfaction out of that and have breached 1,000 coin once more. Very good. We can use this on some upgrades, right? So my shop right now has a lot of upgrades available. So we could make it more presentable, increasing customer satisfaction. We could also increase the productivity. But my main one would be, of course, to add another worker. And that is costing me 600. Let's do this. And we're down to 500 again. Because of course we still continue to make some money here. Oh, the price is going up, actually. Very good. Soap is becoming more profitable. I'm a bit worried that these are all. Oh, they are escorting someone. This one is actually purchasing stuff. And the other one were escorting someone of them. A very important... Oh, there's the sovereign. Look at that. That's the highest title you can have. He purchased some soap in my... No, he's actually going to my shop. He actually gets treated. That's the sovereign right now here. So this is the highest level you can have. Right? He's the boss. Right? So if you look at the... where is it? There it is. There he is, right? The sovereign. That's our goal. You can't get higher than that. He's actually visiting my shop. We're already famous. Thank you very much. he purchases something and moves off again. So there was lots of city guard here that were his bodyguards, because you do need them at some point. Now, it is 5 o'clock. We can hear it on the bells. The day is starting. It's going to be a very hot, beautiful summer day in Dijon. And yeah, we're starting this day right away with a new worker. So we can hire a number 3 business worker for 400 coin. And that's it. And Zoe joins us. If you hire these workers, they're being generated, right? You're starting the city with a lot of pre-built characters, more or less. And then you generate them with workers, more or less. But they also have then their own life. They're going to marry someone. They have, you know, an inventory. They have wealth. She right now is picking flowers, I think. Yes, she's going to pick some flowers. So she's going to cycle through that here now. We continue with attending customers. As long as we have soap, that's fine. And Andre is also gathering jasmine right now. And yes, they're both gathering different flowers. That's important because then we have enough again for the soap. One more customer, and then we probably, produce soap again. I could also start working on rosewater. So I would like to do this because rosewater is worth quite a bit, 46 coin instead of the 21 coin. However, rosewater needs honey in addition, which was 9 coin, I think. So the difference is still there, right? Still worth it for us. Let's go ahead. Actually take us some soap that we have in the storage here, like those 10, right? We still have 3 available then. And with Tino, I'm going now to the market here. We can also manually control them. I'm going to sell the 10 soaps for 200 coin, making something out of that. And then I would also like to purchase some honey. Let's start with 20. That's 180 coin. That's fine. And this we get back home to the Barbar. It's very convenient that the market is right across the street. There you go. Unload it. And we can also now say, please produce me rose water manually, right? So he's now producing this until he's done. We, however, do have, of course, workers there. Customers. He has been waiting for quite some time now. So I wonder if we... I think we're not doing this if I manually assign him. But there's someone coming back. Yeah, very good. Andre. He's now attending. Oh, look at that. Wants a cut. We can also do this, of course. Bath is not the only service we offer. On the busy streets of Dole. Look how busy it is in this tiny village, really. Lots of stuff going on. There's already, Matilda, my competitor, she's already starting to find a husband. And I think they're going to marry. Yep. So Matilda Lebre, she's already getting married. She's engaged and getting married now. Which is important, of course, to do this as early as possible. In the local church. We're still single. We are focusing a bit on the business right now. Which is going well so far, I should say. Of course, we're also paying wages. Every end or at the end of the day, always we pay the wages to my employees. So we always need to make sure that we do earn something. We have rosewater. It is now in the front store too. We can also set it here. So let's have 3 on it. And I'm also going to have it a bit more expensive. There you go. So this can now be purchased or consumed in a service. And what I could also do is I could actually say 2 people can attend that, right? And Tino, you could actually... I think she's coming back. No, he's attending customers now too. So that we so that we are attending them both. Oh my goodness, they're going to gather into the bath. This is totally not weird. And he quickly moved over to the chair to get a cut. That's how it should be. I mean, after all, it's 1400. Could be dangerous. Alright, I don't have any wild rose anymore, but 50 jasmine. Something is wrong there with my loop, I think. But there's the wild rose coming in. Just want to see how much money I can make now out of these guys here. They should be finished. There it is. Some 65 for Barbar soap. Oh, he was not successful. He was not happy. Another Barbar soap. And they continue on again with collecting things. Also, meanwhile, Tino has leveled up. And to level 2. And with that means we can now assign a new attribute. I usually like to go for charisma as early as possible because this has an effect on other people. It makes it easier to find a wife, and it also makes it easier to get into politics. So usually that is my first few points that I invest. Let's do this. And since we have a bit of coin, I would also like to start and get us some protection or at least a weapon. We got 900 coin there right now. Let's just have a look at weapons and armor. Do we have something that is cheap? A dagger would be possible. A short sword, that is very expensive. A dagger. I think we're going with a dagger. Right, this is good for protection. The shadow dagger gives me actually 2 stealth, 15 damage and 1 attack power. The normal one gives me +1 defense. So this gives me more stealth, right? The shadow dagger. Let's go ahead with a normal dagger. I don't intend to be stealthy. It's just for protection, really. And I would also like to go with leather gloves. This gives me armor and defense at least once, right? +1. This is the upgrade here. Alright, so we have now a weapon attached to us. We cannot see this, but we have it. I promise you that. Was a bit expensive, of course, but it's going to be worth it in case we're getting attacked. Okay, you can continue with your work there, please. And still have 15 honey, so we might also produce some rose water then again. So far, so good. The business is starting, right? Summer is coming along. We are making some money. And yeah, we continue onwards here in the next journey, in the next episode. I hope you're going to enjoy this one. Stay tuned.